All right, so this is the categories by material. It's very similar to the materials by category, except of course, we are switching the relationship. We are asking for each category, how many materials are there and what are they? So the one that we see in the most amount of categories is cast in place concrete. It's in 9 categories, 228 different families. And of course, there's a lot of area. So when we expand this, we can see that the concrete is in structural framing, in floors, and walls, and stairs, and runs, and so forth, and also in generic models right here. So this is going to be important if you want to make sure, for example, that your concrete that you're counting, and that's so important for your estimator, the concrete in your floor is not the same concrete in your flower pot, for example, or in something completely unrelated. So this allows you to make sure that when you're looking at a material that is properly applied and not overly applied. Personally, for example, in my BIM standards, I will have wall dash wood, floor dash wood, ceiling dash wood. I don't want all of these woods to be the same wood, so I'll generally make sure that there's a naming convention that separates things per category. So if you want to see the most overly broadly applied, you can sort here by category and it'll show you the kind of worst offenders. So here we have things like default, glass. So for example, glass, you may want to have a different glass for your light fixtures than your windows and your doors and your casework, right? So you may want to say door dash glass, that's all my door glass, and then door dash glass dash tinted, for example. So that would be much better separation of material. You could just count the door dash glass dash tinted, and it's not the same glass that's being applied in the windows, in the furniture, and in the specialty equipment, for example, that is completely unrelated to your tinted glass in your doors. Now, once again, we are using a fill parameter. So if you want, you can actually keep drilling and seeing which families and which family types are in here. So you still get that kind of granularity in your data. And so we see here, for example, there's 2 cabinets that are using this material, or the 7 lab equipment that are using the glass material. Okay, that's it for the categories by material. We'll move on to the next report. Cheers.